I can't see worth it. Okay. Thank you, Kayla. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. I hope all's well with you. All is well here. I'm just running late because my lawnmower guy was coming today and I was trying to get everything straight for him. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for your shares. You guys have been so amazing about sharing my content, and that means the world to me because it helps me to promote my content without having to spend any money. And I love that. I love that. I am down to my last candle and a couple pieces here. I have to order more candles. Alright, let's start out with a prayer and then we'll get the song. Prayer, please, for this collective spirit. What prayer would you give us? Prayer, please, for the collective. Dear God, thank you for the gift of life, of faith, and of my calling. Thank you for the opportunity to serve you and others. Dear Father, thank you for making me your beloved child now and forever. So you are someone who has a calling on your life, which means you've been called by Spirit to serve in some way in Spirit's world. Those around you who need to know Spirit and need to know Spirit's love. You have been called to show them that using your hands, feet, and heart. And I'm being told to start out with, first of all, the song. Excuse me. It's called All My Love by James Arthur. Fairly new song, I think. It's from his newest album, but I don't know. Yeah, it's called Pisces. And it goes like this. I had a feeling me and you might have been the same sign. I had a feeling that our sun and moon are aligned. Did we meet before here or in another life? Yeah, I got a feeling you're my reason. I was swept away when Mercury fell into retrograde. And there's no escape, so accept your fate. I'm forever in your debt to your serenade. You can take all my love, I hope that it's enough. Oh, my love, you're the one I will trust. For the rest of my life, I will fight for us. With all my love, nothing ever comes easy. But with you, it's a walk in the park. Like you really see me. Like you see all the signs in the stars. And I still hear a faint echo of my checkered past. And I know it won't last. So long as you turn around and show me that sweet ass, you can take all my love. I hope that it's enough. Oh, my love, you're the one that I will trust. For the rest of my life, I will fight for us. With all my love, all my love, all my love, baby. Oh, 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 oh. All my love, all my love. You can take all my love. I hope that it's enough. Oh, my love, all my love, all my love. You're the one who I will trust. I will trust. For the rest of my life, I will fight for us. I will fight. With all my love, I will fight. James Arthur. So this is about somebody who feels they are your star-crossed lover. Anybody know anything about that? If you know anything about that, raise your hand. Okay. So it looks like we're going to have possibly a twin flame reading. Now I'm being told to get these. Spirit, can you show me how you're working in our lives when it comes to all my love? Look at there. Part of that candle fell off where I had the other one laying there. Look. If you read candle wax, this is what it looks like. Unfortunately, I'm about to lose one of my earbuds, which I was hoping wouldn't happen. Oh, look! This side looks even more interesting. What do you see? Looks like an angel wing or a person. Could be a person. Alright. I'm going to lose my earbuds, so I'm going to have to speak up because my microphone is broken. And I don't know if the other earbuds will work. I'm going to take these out. And I'm going to speak up so you can hear me, okay? All right, Spirit, how are you working in the collective in our home lives? Oops. Bag of marbles and an angel. Let me see. Somebody's trying to tell me something. Just in case. It's Kailash, and it's not, so we're good. Okay, show me how you're working in our home life, Spirit. You're working on us using our third eye. You know where your third eye is? Right between your eyebrows, right here. And when you clear your chakras, your third eye will open. You can do particular meditations that will help you to open your third eye. But I feel in this situation, your third eye is already open, and you're using it in your home life, okay? What about work life? At work, you're using wisdom, the three monkeys. See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. This is a card of no drama. Not allowing drama to affect your life because you've already learned these lessons. You're wise. So you're using wisdom at work. You're staying out of drama. All right. What about surprises? Surprises, Spirit. There we go. The surprise is we need to clear our chakras. This is how we connect with that person that he was singing about in the song. Those energy centers connect with the other person because they are part of those centers. We have number 31, number 32, and then number 7. All right, what about love life? In our love life, we're getting grounded. And we have to get grounded, don't we? In order to get our chakras aligned and use our third eye. What is our role here? Whew. We're going to mirror one another. You're going to see yourself in this person. And you're going to also celebrate something. Whatever's going on with them is a celebration or something. They could be two separate things. We have number 25, 23, and number 6. I mean, what is our role here? I mean, what is the outcome here? My bad. The outcome is going to be the clouds. So make sure you're looking up at the clouds to see if you see anything in particular. Okay, that's number 8. And then we have a transformation, butterflies on the bottom of the deck. So we're going to have a transformation in this situation. Whoop. Deal with your drama. Show me how this happens, Spirit, at home. May I see, please? Show me how this happened at home. What's going on at home that caused you to decide you wanted to give all your love and all your trust to this person? What happened at home to make you feel that way? At home, Spirit. You think you have them all figured out, but you don't when you're working out, getting hot and sweaty. But they came out in reverse. So it's like, I do not have this all figured out. And I'm not working out. Okay? What about work? Whoops. At work, one of you is doing too many chores. and the other one is sitting back and relaxing. So one of you does all the work and the other one just sits back and relaxes. But you've decided not to get involved in the drama because you've already learned that lesson. And when it comes to your home life, you're using your intuition to figure this out. And also you're working out, or you know you need to. Alright, show me what the surprise is. All your cards are going on the floor. Your surprise is that you're going to effing say it. What are you going to effing say? That I'm not going to let it all hang out. So you're going to say, hey, look, I'm not going to let this all hang out. I'm just going to meditate and work on my chakras being aligned. And what about love life? Oh, that flew out. In your love life, you're irritated because of having to keep things clean, wanting to open your mouth, and having to keep that shit to yourself. So you want to say something, but you can't. And it's about keeping things clean. It's like you want to say, look, I do all the work here, you do shit. And the other person won't listen. Alright, that's your love life. It doesn't sound like your love life is going all that well. This could be anyone you're having a love relationship with, parent, guardian, aunt, uncle, cousin, sister, brother, mother, father, lover. Alright, and what is your role? You're gonna realize, hey, you know what? We're on the same team. And what's gonna be your outcome? You're gonna watch what you say. And we see that over here, that you're gonna watch what you say throughout this reading. And you're going to also go on a real effing date, smell good and get your sexy on, and love the one you're with. So you're going on a date with someone and you're going to love this person when you do. What else are you going to do? You're going to want things to be different. Being on a date with this person is going to make you realize, you know what? I think things need to be different. I love this person that I'm with. So it looks like you're going to end up going on a date with this person. Alright, when it comes to you, how do you feel about the person in the song that you're going to trust, that you're not really sure you have it all figured out, and that you hope your love is enough? Show me how you feel about that person. How do you feel about that person? Oh, look. You know who they are. You either are or you are dealing with a divine feminine. That's beautiful. So you're truly aware, okay? How do they feel about you? They feel like there's a lot of possibilities here. Alright. What possibilities? They feel like it's possible that someone is beautiful. Okay, it all came out in reverse. So it's like, this is deep. And someone's beautiful and I miss them. That's the possibilities. You feel like it's possible that this person misses you and how deep your relationship is and how beautiful you are or they are. And you don't want to get hurt. What's connecting you two? Mistakes. You've made mistakes. And what are you going to do about that? You're hoping. Oh, you're going to have lust. You want to have sex with them. You're hoping you can have sex with them. And you have memories of somebody when they used to chase you. Alright, outcome of having sex with them. You're getting clarity and you're also feeling the stress. Why are you feeling stressed about that? Because there was a need for an apology that was never given. Somebody had too much pride. Their heart was not open. And they may have been bluffing about that and quit talking to the other. One may have quit talking to the other. Why were they bluffing about their heart being open? Use your intuition when it comes to third-party influences. And has that changed? They're not talking to you because it's not time. Will that change? They're longing for this because it's so deep. And they're almost at they're going through an emotional storm because they can't escape. Okay? They want something to be over, but they can't escape. What are they going to do about the escaping? They're realizing what they're going to do. What are they realizing? They're realizing that someone was abandoned. Are they planning on changing, or that they're going to have to abandon? There's bitterness. What else? Okay, it looks like they're going to have to abandon someone. There's going to be karma if they have a new beginning. And it's going to shock somebody if they end it with them and withdraw their love. Okay, so it looks like they're with someone else. And they're going to have to leave that person to be with you. And nobody wants that, right? I mean, if they're already with somebody, they're already with somebody. Show me how they feel about this somebody they're with at home. That they're not beautiful and there's no intimacy. What about at work? Like they feel like somebody's drifting and they want to chase them. Alright, surprises. There's no tension. Alright, love life. They're clinging. So this other person is clinging. And what is their role? To have chemistry. What do you mean have chemistry? They're hoping that this person will not be infatuated. What will be the outcome? Deja vu. Somebody's been shattered before. What do you mean shattered before? Because of roaming wild. So what will you do this time? There's not good boundaries. Are you going to correct that? Divine Feminine is here and not being tricky. Don't be tricky, Divine Feminine, or with Divine Feminine. Somebody can't let go. Okay, so she's shown up twice here in this reading. Haven't seen Divine Masculine yet, but I think that might be who I'm reading for. Or I could be reading for the feminine. I don't know. Alright, let's see what's going on at home. What's going on at home with the one they're living with? They're just not for you. The one you're living with is not for you. What about at work? You have friend support, and I don't choose you. So there's a friend in your life you're talking to about how you're not for this person at home. What's your surprise? That you're going to have a commitment with work and have a fling. Uh-oh. So you're having a fling with someone at work? Oh, let me find out. Alright, what about love life? You're not going to make them prove it in your love life. What's your role here? You're desperate to not be in a love triangle. Oh, not desperate. Yeah, desperate. You're desperate for no competition. You want to get rid of the competition. You're desperate to get rid of them. And what will be your outcome? You're going to have to self-please and make a decision. And what decision will you make? You're transforming this. You're going to lose hope because somebody's so controlling. Outcome of losing hope because of control issues. You're going to act clueless and come up with a strategy. What's your strategy, baby? You're going to say, oh, it's just not the right time. Somebody's pushing your button. And what are you going to do about that? You're going to say, I haven't quite had enough, but I'm close. Outcome of enough is enough in reverse. Somebody's waiting. Outcome of them waiting. They have a desire to win, or you do, and you're fantasizing. Outcome of your desire to win and fantasizing. Oh, they can't move on. So what will they do? Uh-oh. Somebody's going to be a player. Not live a double life and party. So you're just going to be out in the open living a double life. I mean, not living a double life. You're just going to outright be a player and party. Why are you being a player because they got away. They got away. You're using something to escape. You're not going to change. You're not going to forgive. And this jealousy is a factor. And you're dating. Outcome of the jealousy. They can't be trusted. You're not going to shut this down because you can't erase this person. They are your true love. And somebody's in denial. Why are they in denial? Because they think that you're focusing on yourself, but you're at your breaking point. Outcome of breaking point. Your family is a factor. And somebody incomparable is here with gossip again. And this was unintentional. Okay, so your family is talking about this person. That pisses me off. Does that piss you off? It pisses me off. This person hasn't done anything. They can't help it if the stars aligned for you, the two of you to be together. I think that it's time for you to get rid of this person and possibly this family. Unless it's your family, and then you have to put up with them. What is your family saying about this person at home? That they're jealous. They're saying there's a lot of envy, a lot of jealousy. What's going on at work? Remember, you have a friend supporting you. Uh-oh. Somebody's doing drugs, took a pregnancy test. They're not under spiritual attack, and they revealed this. They recorded and announced or revealed this. What's your surprise? Same message. That you're not going to make bad choices when it comes to a bugaboo, somebody being sick and being destroyed. Why are they destroyed? Because you're in your feelings, you're insecure, and you're not over the drama. You're not tired of this. What's going on in your love life? Somebody's spoiled, they got caught up cheating, they need anger management, and I hate nothing about you. Oh, and shit's about to explode because somebody is money hungry. Oh my gosh. What's your role here? You're going to have an argument and put someone in their place. And what will be the outcome? You're going to realize you have fake friends and that you're attracting like a moth to a flame. What's the transformation? That someone is going to watch the drama and enjoy the gossip. And this was a love story once upon a time. What's the gossip they're enjoying? That you're keeping a promise and setting the record straight. Set that record straight, baby. You're saying this is a nightmare and you betrayed me. And we were trying to be parents. We were supposed to be parents. We were supposed to have a baby. Remember the pregnancy test over here? Outcome of the parenting. Somebody said they were sorry, but they weren't. Somebody came in after you. And you're a great actor. You put on a show. Spirit says caution. Somebody's a great actor. Outcome of being a great actor. Now that's why they're working out and chilling out. Remember, over here at home, they've learned their lesson. Because they were really just fulfilling a fantasy. They were probably having a one-night stand, got somebody pregnant while they were doing drugs. You know how that happens. Now they're about to have my cousin. All kinds of stuff. There's an argument coming. There's a big, big, big argument coming. We'll see if I can find out more about the argument. The argument. Alright, let's see what's going on with the argument. We'll go back to this deck. Shuffle it up one time and ask, what are you arguing about? I want to be alone. I meant for this to happen. I did this on purpose so I could be alone. I want to be alone, and I'm realizing this because of late nights. What are you arguing with them about? Dating. Alright, what are they arguing with you about? Taking it slow. Why are they arguing about dating? That's where the gossip and incomparable comes in. So you want to go out with this person who's incomparable, and your family's talking about them. What are they saying? Besides there's jealousy. They're saying you first, you're online dating. So you started this by online dating with this person who's incomparable. And what would you say about taking it slow to this person over here? What would the person say about taking it slow? You owe me an apology. And you're like, I'm trusting the plan and I have telepathy. What are they telling you in their telepathy? That you're a player and they can't move on. Why are they calling you a player? Because they want you to eliminate somebody who's not for you. Okay, so the reason why this person is saying you're a player is because over here, you need to eliminate the one that's not for you at home. And what's your response to that? I'm self-pleasing right now. I'm not having sex with them. I'm only wanting to be with you. But I am on the verge. What are you on the verge of saying? That I want to have a commitment. Clarify the commitment. That's what you're clueless about. And you're not going to force it. And that's why you haven't sent them any messages. Why are you pretending to be clueless? Because you're desperate and you want to get rid of this competition. But you don't want to make them prove it. What would make them prove it look like? They're jealous and can't be trusted. So this person is pretending, and look, they will not forgive you for having a one-night stand with this person and possibly having a pregnancy test as a result of it. It's like you're with the person still. How the fuck you ended up with them? I don't know. Maybe this just happened. I don't know. Alright, let's take this up. You're on the same team, but you're not. Why is it saying you're on the same team? That's bullshit. You're not on the same team. On the same team, Spirit. You're just agreeing to disagree with them because you don't want to, and you're not having sex with them. You want to spend time with the other person. I see. Okay. So you're with somebody that's not for you, and you don't want to hurt this person's feelings. Their family is gossiping about your new love that you want to be with. And they're incomparable. Your new love is incomparable to your other love. And your role is to celebrate what you're seeing in the mirror. I want to know more about that. The first thing you want to do is pull some tarot on this so we can get a little more information. Show me how you're working, universe. Stick it out with me, okay? How are you working, universe? Somebody's not using their intuition. What's the energy to overcome? Oh, wait. Here's another card. About justice. You're not using your intuition about justice. And you're stuck in this situation with the wrong person. And what's going to pull it together? The hangman is there. The wheel. Jesus Louises. So you're learning to use your intuition, or you're working on using your intuition about how to make this right. You're stuck here, the hangman. You have the high priest in reverse and the wheel. I'm sorry, why do I keep saying them backwards? Maybe I have them backwards. You're not using your intuition about a wheel that's going to bring justice. Oh wait, this is the hangman. Oh my God. Help me, Spirit. Alright, I'm going to put them back. You're not using your intuition about how to make this right. The universe is trying to show you right here how to make this right. You're the hanged man. You're trying to see this from a different perspective. How can this be made right? Spirit says, don't worry, I have a wheel coming. The Empress on the bottom of the deck. The Empress is on the bottom of the deck. But she's in reverse. Why is she in reverse? I'm going to use this tarot. Why is the High Priestess in reverse? Because of fate, a destiny, and a divine detour. And somebody having too much pride. Somebody has too much ego. You're full of shit. That's what it is. Alright, why is the High Priestess here in reverse? Because you're coming out of your... You're going to decide... you know what? I need to come out of my comfort zone. And it's taking all of your intuition to decide this. Because you feel good there. You're happy there. You have everything you need there. You've probably built a very comfortable life with this person. And this is probably part of that story we read about yesterday where you're divorcing. You have to split all your assets. And this person that you're leaving is still in love with you. And their family is even involved, talking shit about your incomparable dating. Alright, why is the Justice card here? Oh, baby. Because what's going to make this right is Jupiter is giving you the courage to take action on a new beginning. And there's going to be an unexpected storm. Remember the argument? Why is the Hangman here? Because you're thinking about all the things you did in the past that caused this person suffering. And what are you going to do about it to overcome it? You're going to come out of the darkness. You're going to come out of the secret mode, the dark night of the soul. You're going to stop being in the shadows and not knowing, like, you're going to stop being clueless. What will that look like? You seeing through illusions of Neptune. The moon is working on your behalf, and so is Neptune, to see through the illusions and confusions. Jupiter, planetary alignments, huge. The north and the south nodes are working in your favor. Alright, and why is the wheel here? I hate to even ask. This is karma from hell. Because of doing inner child work, outcome of doing the inner child work. You're going to be present, abundant, and have gratitude. So it gives me the feel that you are growing up and that you want to contribute something. So you're going to start working. You're going to start making money, and you're going to be grateful. Clarify the abundance, being present and grateful. You're going to have deception. Why is deception and temptation here? Because of a contract, career, or commitment. So you're going to be healing from where you were present in this other contract, this other commitment. Outcome of that. What's the outcome? You're going to plant seeds in the spring. What does that mean? It means you regret what you've done. Outcome of regretting this. You're going to feel the lack and the doubt and stop having conflicts, triggers, and disharmony. And that's where the transformation is happening over here. What is the transformation? Because it's you're afraid, but your dreams are giving you the courage also. You're tired of the control tactics and something that happened in the fall. Can you tell us what happened in the fall? You have some fear. In the fall, you had a breakthrough. What was your breakthrough? You realized that you were rejecting someone because you had no self-worth. How do you feel now? Like you're in separation. And what do you intend to do about this? You're going to end this old cycle, complete it. It's over. And why is the Empress on the bottom of the deck in reverse? Because of a third party. Why is the third party here for Empress? Because the Empress is going to celebrate a new beginning, a new home, a new car, a new job, something new that's going to bring abundance. Celebrating gifts and abundance. The end of that third party is going to help her celebrate. Or maybe she's going to have a third party. Clarify the third party. This is where the karma comes in. Why is it karma? Because there's no help from spirit guides. Why are they not helping? Because somebody's not open to receive. And is that going to change? Use your intuition, Spirit says. Anything else we need to know here? Somebody's no longer going to feel guilty and sabotage this. And avoid this. What are they going to do? They're going to send you a message about how they have no desire whatsoever. Clarify their non-desire. Divine Masculine is here. They're going to call you, or they're going to communicate or come and see you when it comes to no desire. Why is no desire here with Divine Masculine? Because they've been spying, releasing, surrendering, and purging. What are they releasing? Toxicity. And they're remembering the truth, where they've been closed off to you. They're going to say, you know what? I had no desire because I have been releasing this other person while I spied on you. And I had so much toxicity. And I'm remembering the truth. And I'm about how, look, I can't make it up. I'm remembering how closed off I was. And that you are my twin flame. That's what I'm remembering. So it looks like they're going to finally make a decision to come back to you. I'm not sure what's going to happen when they do, but we're going to find out. It looks like you're going to mirror one another and have a very big celebration together of some sort. It could be a marriage. It could be a baby shower. It could be whatever it is you're celebrating. It could just be seeing one another for the first time in months. I don't know. Years. However long it's been since you've seen them. Let's see if we can find out what exactly it is that you're doing here. Alright. Why is the High Priestess here? Because of a sexual encounter and not mirroring. So you're seeing the truth. What the High Priestess is, what you were not seeing the truth about, and now you are, is a sexual encounter. You're seeing yourself because this person was not mirroring that for you. You're realizing that you had a sexual encounter with somebody, and this needs to be made right. And why is Justice here? Because of juggling the truth. No more bickering and fighting, and seeing the truth. Judgment upright. Wow. I think this is Justice. So you are juggling and weighing your options about the truth. No more bickering and fighting and judgment. This could be something legal like a divorce. You're seeing the truth about why you were bickering and fighting. You were bickering and fighting because you were having sex with someone you were not attracted to. Why is the Hangman here? Because of that T, damn it. And why is the Wheel here? Because you're moving on, and it's just time for you to move on. And Divine Feminine is over here in reverse. Why is Divine Feminine over here in reverse? Because it's time for you to have it all with her. It's just time for you to have it all with her. It's just time. What are you celebrating? No, that you're no longer going to be ghosting her. That's beautiful. And you're choosing to do this. The Lovers, Gemini's here. Alright, I want to find out what they're saying. What's the T about the Hangman? That somebody's a groupie. What else? So they say you watch this person online. That they're happiness haters and you're carless. And that you got rejected. What's the truth? That somebody has the inside scoop about scarcity tactics. And you're not in a romantic love affair with me. Why would I give you a car? Alright, what else? That somebody has drug or bad habits. Anything else we need to know? Somebody is a wolf in sheep's clothing, and your shine irritates their demons, or your demons irritate their shine, and they're going to make a dirty offer. Why are they making a dirty offer? Because they're a divination abuser. Somebody's too busy winning. They have no photo proof. This is played out. And they're hustling. Why are they hustling? Because they can't look you up online and they feel like you're an obsessive lover, but you don't have fake accounts. Why do they feel that way? Because they're a spiritual hater and they think you're just doing this for the money. So this person you're leaving, them and their family think you're just doing this for the money. I think them and their family need to have a reality check. You're not in love with this person. You can't even stand to have sex with them. What it looks like to me. Alright, we're getting ready to close because we're getting ready to close. Alright, I want to find out one more thing. Why can't you stand to have sex with this person that you're living with? Because of rejection. You're rejecting them because they're obsessed. Alright, why is the hangman here? Because of going slow in chemistry. And why is the wheel here? Because you have a new love. And you're healing. So this wheel is bringing in that new love and the healing. And why is Divine Feminine on the bottom of the deck? In the reverse? Because of having to wait and forgiveness. She's having to wait, and forgiveness is a factor. Outcome of the wait and forgiveness. No apology and no self-care came out. Why is that happening? Because of finances. So what do we need to see do different here? What needs to be done different here? Don't play so hard. Quit doing the drugs. You're in denial. It's fate when it comes to the children. You're going to get a second chance. Use your intuition. Anything else we need to know? You need to release somebody. Why do they need to let go? Because of a soulmate learning a spiritual lesson. Anything else? You need balance. Somebody's going to give you support, even though you've been unavailable and there's been interference. Why are they doing that? Because warning, patience. Why is that a warning? Because of boundaries. Anything else? Somebody's ready to open up. What do they want to open up about? Trust and true love. Why was the true love in reverse? Because of regret. So they trust you and they regret that they did not realize you were their true love. And they're accepting this. They're going to take a leap of faith towards their passion, integrity. They've been on different pages in a marriage and they've made a decision to overcome obstacles in time apart. Outcome of doing all of that. Something strictly sexual and it's not protected. Why are you telling us that? Whoa. Because of the passion. So what should they do? This person's trying to get them to stay for sex. You need to take a leap of faith. And where will that land you? I can't hold on to these cards. I feel like there's one missing. Where will that land you? Protected. Protected with this twin flame. Okay, now let's look at one more thing and then we're going to close this reading. We'll do some, let me see if that was Kailash reaching out or if it was someone else. My phone letting me know there's somebody in the yard. Alright, now, what a reading. What a reading. This has been amazing. Anybody else like this? If you enjoyed this, please let me know by liking, sharing, and subscribing. What a freaking reading. Alright, let's look at it from this tarot right here. Show me why the High Priestess is in reverse. Because of a King of Wands who is realizing his strength. There's a Leo here. So you have a Leo placement. Why is Justice here? Because of the Emperor. This person is realizing that he has been stronger than he thought. he wasn't using his intuition about how strong he was and how he's the one who restores the justice. Why is he in reverse with justice? Fill in the blank. Alright, and why is the hangman here? Because he is all in determined to recover his stability. And why is the Wheel of Fortune here? Because of an Ace of Pentacles. Why is it in reverse? Because somebody is humiliated. Why are they humiliated about a new opportunity? Because of some dark shit it took to get there. Why does that matter? It matters because this is where they're going to work. So what are they going to do about it? That wheel is going to do it for them. It just hasn't happened yet. What is it going to do for them? They are going to be pretty much just in their own lane. The King of Swords is here. Why is the King of Swords here? This could be someone else also. I don't know. You got a lot of cards coming out, baby. The one way down here. This person, this King of Swords, when you get this opportunity, they're going to realize that whatever you were doing before, somebody wasn't taking your love, and you moved real fast away from that. You were overthinking a bit. There was someone who was not in love with you, and you wanted wish fulfillment, but you didn't know how to get out of where you were. It wasn't leading you anywhere, and you wanted it to lead you to everything. So whoever this masculine is going to realize all of this when it comes to this new opportunity. So whatever humiliation you might have felt is going to be okay. Alright, and why is the Empress on the bottom of the deck in reverse? Because she wants to have an empire. She wants to have a legacy. And she's not using her intuition either about somebody being single. Why is she not using her intuition? Because she doesn't know you're in love with her. This is what's being transformed. Neither of you understood how much the other cared because of this other person that was always in the way, and their family was always causing drama. So what's going to be the outcome for the two of you? No more fear. You're going to get your confidence back. And no more injustice either. Anything else we need to know? The truth is coming in real fast about something that's fill in the blank. And the fill in the blank is with the Emperor and Justice. What's that truth? That somebody was tired of fighting. I was tired of fighting and having to win at all costs. So what did you do, Emperor? You decided to strategize, to come up with a plan. What was your plan? To be with the Queen of Swords. Why is the Queen of Swords here? Because she was drained and defeated because of all the lies. And what's going on between the two of you? You're soul searching about it and taking a rest. Outcome of your soul searching. Something's going to painfully end. Can you show me what is painfully ending? What's painfully ending? There's going to be a tower, real fast planning because of the injustice. What's the planning? That ending. Somebody's planning on the ending. All of this. It's all ending. Somebody's tired of doing it by themselves. They want to have a decent relationship with a Queen of Pentacles, a King of Pentacles. Yeah. No partying and equality. So right now you're both in reverse, but you're going to make a choice to be together. The King and Queen of Pentacles. The King and Queen of Swords. The only queen that I don't see here, besides the King and Queen of everything, I've seen the Cups, the Swords, the Pentacles. The only one I haven't seen here is, I've only seen the King of Wands. The Queen of Wands has not shown herself today, which means she's probably the one that you're leaving. would be my guess. I don't blame you. I'm going to put them all back together and ask point blank. Who is it that you're leaving in this horrible time? The King of Cups in reverse, and it could be the King of Cups. Who is, oh, that flew out. The King of Cups. Who is it that you're leaving? The one that caused you to have to do it all by yourself. You show me who that is? Fill in the blank. Who? Who? It's the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, wait. Okay. So there's a King of Cups who felt like they had to do it all alone. They were self-pleasing. They couldn't be with the one they love. This could be a Sagittarius. This could just be attributes. But she is a Sagittarius. And he is also sometimes an Aquarius. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Could be a Pisces or Scorpio. This man felt like he did it all alone. There was maybe no sex. Why is the Queen of Pentacles in reverse? There's the Two of Cups with her. Because this is where he's setting priorities. What priorities is he setting? Why is humiliation here? Because he's tired of seeing this person have to do it all. This person could have an addiction. What's going on with this person? That's the one that's having the wheel. The Queen of Pentacles. Outcome of her wheel. The Aquarius is here. She's going to have hope. Show me her hope. Look. She's been through a haunting loss. She lost someone. Her hope is to have the new opportunity. Outcome of her new opportunity. That's where the Tower is coming in. And the Truth. Why is the King of Cups here? Use your intuition. The Eight of Wands in reverse. Why is the Empress on the bottom of the deck? Because it's Temperance in reverse. The Seven of Cups in reverse. No, the Seven of Cups upright. And the Seven of Swords. A lot of sevens. So this person has been very patient. The reason why she's in reverse is because she's been patient as hell through somebody's addiction, their lies about their addiction, their humiliation because of their addiction. She finally put boundaries up with them and said, F you, and that's where she got their hope. That's where she got the hope from. I think this woman right here is the Sagittarius, or she could be an Aquarius. She could have both placements. She could also have an Earth, like a Capricorn, Virgo. Clarify, use your intuition. Fill in the blank. Spirit's not giving me anything. But this man is in love with her. And he's been with the wrong woman. Look, he's a Virgo. Or she is. This is the one he wants to be with. But that's the reason why there's needing to be an apology. Because you can't imagine what this woman has gone through, thinking that this man was coming back to her. And I think she finally gave up on thinking that he was coming back. Where is she in this journey? She released this. She released this a while ago. And where is he in this journey? He has a lot of nostalgia. He's feeling nostalgia. What's connecting these two? Something last summer. Can you be more specific, please? Somebody regrets the answer not being yes. So last summer they regret that they didn't say yes. Why didn't they say yes? Because of an ending of a twin flame. They ended it with this twin flame last summer, and now they're going to get back together with them. There's going to be communication about it. They feel bad about the way they treated you last summer, and they're going to want... Oh, and the spring is here. So something's going on now. What's going on in the spring? That's where the metamorphosis coming in. And you don't feel the vibes when it comes to a karmic partner. What do you not feel? You're not trying to feel their vibe. Oh my God. You're not mirroring and you're settling, Divine Feminine. So you're seeing yourself and how you've settled and how you have your free will. What's going to be the outcome? A mask. What about the mask? Your family is here. No forgiveness. Somebody's been watching you from a fake account and they're being guided by their grief. Where are they being guided to? A fresh start, and the answer not being no. What do you mean it's not going to be no? You're not a victim. This is, oh, and you have big dreams because of your self-worth. Outcome of your big dreams, baby. You're going to refocus and reinvent yourself and be artistic. Be that muse. Be the one who puts out all of the artistic information that you have been gifted with. Oh, you have something beautiful coming, baby. What's going on with Divine Feminine's money? Oh my God, Divine Feminine. Look, you are going to have a windfall. A windfall. Somehow Spirit is about to give you a windfall that you felt like you were never going to unlock. But it's unlocking. And look, it has something to do with something legal. Clarify unlocking. It's a risk, but it's your soul tribe. Outcome of your soul tribe taking a risk. Outcome. No more odd jobs when you have no stability. What do you mean? Something from your past. The office is here. And you're not going to have to sell anything or buy anything or be a workaholic. What will you be? Spirit says we can't talk about that, but in divine timing, it's going to happen. Going to happen. And it has to do with lack of stability. So Spirit's fixing to blow your mind when it comes to your money. Oh, Spirit. What about Divine Masculine's money? Divine Masculine, you're not on the right path. But you need to get on the right path to beauty. Outcome of the right path. You'll stop settling. You'll stop not having transportation. And you'll stop not having a partnership. So you'll get a partnership, transportation, and you'll settle something. And it has to do with your comfort once you get on the right path. Okay, baby? Alright, we're going to stop there. I think that's beautiful. I mean, we can't really get any better than that. It looks like a very, very beautiful. I do want to know one more thing. I want to know what the blocks are to this relationship. Procrastinating. Procrastinating and feeling like you're not burned out. Why are you doing this to yourselves? Because you feel like somebody's demanding. It's not too much, though. And somebody wants sex only. So what are you going to do about this? You're going to stop. You're too busy and you act like you don't care. What's the truth? You had to set boundaries with somebody because you couldn't be you and they wanted you to do this too soon. You were like, no. I think this is both relationships showing up at once. Only you know which is which. Wait, that's Kailash. Look at there. Let me look at here. Thank you, baby. Oh my God, Kitty, thank you so much. God bless you so much for blessing me like that. That is so amazing. Mwah. Thank you so much. I don't know how to love that enough. I don't know how to love it enough, but just know that I do love it. I do love it. Thank you, baby. You're so precious. So, so precious. Bless you over and over and over for doing that. Oh, that's so, so sweet. Okay, Kailash. Kitty, what's your question, sweetheart? I'm going to take Kitty's question, and then I'm going to take a quick break, and then I will come back and answer everyone else's questions. Yeah, thank you, Kitty. You're amazing. You knew I needed those candles, didn't you, baby? Do you have a question, Kitty? Detailed reading for Kitty. All right, you got it, girl. All right, let's see what Spirit wants to say to you. I'm going to just shuffle these up a little bit because they're hard to shuffle. Detailed reading for Kitty, Spirit. Spirit, speak to Kitty. I'm hearing the word falcon for some reason. There could be a falcon, or that could be a word that is somehow significant. Kitty, the Fool came out in reverse. Energy to overcome. Woo, that flew out. The Tower. And what's going to pull it together? Kitty, wow. The Emperor! Ha ha ha! Kitty, look at you! And the Devil! Oh, Kitty. So right now, Spirit is saying, do not take a risk. You're about to have a realization, a tower, a moment of clarity, or a shaking of the foundations. And what's going to pull it together is this very powerful masculine energy right here, okay? So hold tight right now. All right, let's see what we need to get for Kitty on this reading, Spirit. How do you want to proceed? Let's find out what's going on. Why is the Fool in reverse? Fool in reverse for Kitty, Spirit. May I see, please? Why is the Fool in reverse? No risk-taking right now. That's how the universe is working. This is major ways. Don't take any risks right now, because you're about to realize something when it comes to an Emperor. And this is going to be a strong desire, or they could have a desire. Why is the Fool in reverse for Kitty's situation, Spirit? May I see, please? Okay. Oh, because you got hurt. Somebody got messy and you got hurt. Let's see if I can read it. I want to know how Harry is feeling about me and our future. We have gone on a few dates and been having a lot of deep conversations in between. Let me know if you need more information. Okay, so there's a dude named Harry, and you want to know. Okay, well, I'm going to tell you right now that I'm going to leave this alone for right now, okay? And then we'll go to my How Do They Feel About You deck, which is right here. Show me how Harry feels about Kitty, Spirit. Show me how Harry feels about Kitty. There's pain and feeling withdrawn. Show me how Harry feels about Kitty. He might feel like you're withdrawn because of being in pain. Like he wants to return and withdrawn. Or like you want to come back and be together again, but you've been withdrawn. Show me how Harry feels about Kitty. Uh-oh, a card fell out. He wants clarity about why you're not returning. Let me see if that fell out on the floor. The possibilities card fell out. So I think he feels there's possibilities. There's something standing in the way, though. Show me how Harry feels about Kitty, Spirit. May I see, please? There's a beginning. He has a lot of pride, and he feels like something shocking happened. Here's the shocking down here. Okay, so right now you're not taking a risk because it looks like you got hurt in your past relationship by somebody who was very messy. And he wants to start a new beginning with you. And he's so proud of you. And he's shocked. that they did not apologize. Why is the Tower here for apologizing? Because whoever the person was that you were with before Harry had heart fog, okay? Alright, and why is the Emperor here? Because somebody is at a distance, or they're acting distant, and it's divine masculine. I can't make this up, Kitty. What is going on here? Why is divine masculine showing up at a distance? Alright, why is the devil here? Because of returning, use your intuition about making mistakes and spying from a fake account. I get the feeling that you have a divine masculine and that it's not Harry, and that he has an addiction. And that he's hurt you desperately. And you're trying to move on with Harry. Outcome of moving on with Harry. Sweetheart, move on with Harry. You're going to get your healing. Harry is your healing, okay? Keep having these deep conversations with him. And outcome of this divine masculine who's got so many problems. He's going to have karma, which is going to give him clarity and a lot of stress. And he'll probably try to start talking to you again. But focus on Harry, because he is the one who's going to bring you the healing. He can't believe what you've been through with this other fellow. So I'm assuming you have talked to him at least a little bit about the situation that went on between you and your ex, which looks like it's a divine masculine, which could mean just simply your husband. But he was not very nice to you. Show me if there are any blocks between Kitty and Harry. Any blocks. You just need to be vulnerable. You can experience true intimacy by opening your heart and being yourself. And don't feel like this is too hard. Just because it was hard with the other person doesn't mean that it's going to be too hard. Clarify too hard. Yeah, you're confused and angry because of what you've been through. You could have even had a baby with that last person. Or you might be not planning, but having one. You may have thought at one time you were going to end up alone and just be completely alone. Anything else? Don't tolerate abuse. If you have to tolerate abuse, then be fated to be alone. Don't allow that to hurt you. So somebody hurt you, somebody abused you, and I think it was this divine masculine right here, who may have either a drug, a codependency, or just a freaking anger problem. Alright, show me what's going to be the outcome for Harry and Kitty. Outcome for Harry and Kitty. Why is the Fool in reverse? Because this is going to work. This is going to be working. The Eight of Pentacles, or somebody's going to work. Why is the Tower here? Because of a Wheel in reverse. What you're realizing is that the universe is bringing a Tower. Outcome of the Tower that's coming so slowly. The Emperor is here with no strategy. And why is the Emperor here? These are two different Emperors. Because he's got an addiction. He drained you. He caused you humiliation. And you had to set new priorities and build a new foundation. Good for you, baby. And why is the Devil on the bottom of the deck? Because of codependency. He's codependent as hell and manipulative as hell. But look here. You have a new Emperor. He's not your Emperor, but he is a Emperor, which means the universe has paired the two of you together. And he doesn't know what he's going to do here. What is he going to do here? Show you that there's hope to be treated like the goddess that you are. And you're going to learn how to set boundaries also. You might have an Aquarius placement. Outcome for this relationship with Harry. Why is Strength in reverse? Because you're going to have the Two of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, fill in the blank, fill in the blank. Use your intuition. The King of Cups and the Ten of Wands. Because you're going to have a relationship. And I don't think you're going to know how to handle it. But this man is going to teach you how to be treated like a lady. You're no longer going to have to put up with the abuse that came with your prior relationship. Just be careful that you don't feel like you're not enough, like you don't deserve this. Because, sweetheart, you deserve this more than you could ever imagine. This man looks like he's going to really try and treat you like the goddess that you are. And he realizes, I think, what you've been through in your previous relationship. And he doesn't want to see you have to go through that ever again. And I think that's probably one of the most beautiful readings that I've ever done for a twin flame. Sometimes we have to put them behind us because they're not willing to do the work. But you found a divine masculine who is willing to do the work. He's not your divine masculine, but he's your divine masculine now because Spirit has designated him to be. Okay? All right. Okie dokie. Thank you so much, beautiful. Thank you so very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Spirit, can I have a song for Kitty and Harry? Just for them. Just for their relationship. What song would you give them? Okay. Listen to this, okay? This has been coming out in our readings quite frequently. You fill me up till you're empty. I took too much and you let me. We've been down all these roads before, and what we found don't live there anymore. It's dark, it's cold, and my hand is not the one you're meant to hold. Maybe you'd be happier with someone else. Maybe loving me is the reason you can't love yourself. Before I turn your heart into a ghost town, show me everything we built so I can tear it down. You know I'll stay, don't you tempt me, but all this weight is getting heavy. Been holding up what hasn't been meant to stand. I turn this love into a wasteland. It's dark and cold. If my hand is not the one you're meant to hold, maybe you'd be happier with someone else. Maybe loving me is the reason you can't love yourself. Before I turn your heart into a ghost town, show me everything we built so I can tear it down, 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 down. Tear it all down, 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 down. The streets are empty where love once was, but it's faded away. These broken memories, it's left here alone and afraid to stay. Maybe you would be happier with someone else. Oh, oh, oh. Maybe you'd be happier with someone else. Maybe loving me is the reason you can't love yourself. Before I turn your heart into a ghost town, show me everything we built so I can tear it down, 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 tear it all down, 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 tear it all down. So, I think that's just confirming what I just said to you, that you were with someone else and that person was not going to change. He was not going to do the healing. And so Spirit has given you someone new to hold your hand, because they are going to show you what it means to be treated like the princess, the queen, the goddess that you are. May I have a trinket, please, Spirit? Trinket that'll show exactly what you're feeling here. Okay, I have Dream Big and a pendulum. You might use a pendulum. I have a rocking horse for a baby, a skull and crossbones, and I have a palm tree. You might live somewhere with palm trees, or you might be planning to go somewhere with palm trees. Alright, now I have a trinket from this bowl. I have one's mind, once stretched by a new idea, never regains its original dimensions. Another angel wing. A cross of David. Someone's name could be David. And a fancy heart with a flower, because you have a fancy heart. And I want you to be happy, happy, happy. Happy, 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 happy. Let me give you some dice. Okay. What numbers and dice would you give? May I see, please? To Kitty. Not the feather, huh? You got a K. You got a C. You got a O. You got a T. You got Sagittarius. You got the moon. You got number 12. NWL. And it switched over to a D. I'm not sure why. Anything else good? You got B, M, N, E, P, J, P, North Node, it's not Virgo, Libra, and number 12 again. Wow, somehow number 12 is significant. X, A, T, M, K, A, Scorpio, F11, Jupiter, X. One more time. Number 7. M, B, C, P, P, Venus, Z, G, Gemini. Gemini! One more time. V, T, H, Y, M, L, M, 5, Taurus, and Leo. All right. Thank you so much for your generosity. May Spirit richly, richly bless you for all of your generosity towards me. I appreciate you so, so very much. I hope that the reading was helpful and that you got something out of it, and that you'll let me know by liking, commenting, sharing, and so forth. All right, Kailash, I'm going to take a quick break. Are we still able to comment, or are we having to comment on the other phone? Yes. Awesome. Hey, Kurt. Hey, Kurt, baby. How you doing? You doing okay? Kailash? Okay. All right. I'm going to take a quick break. Alright, I'll be right back, my darlings. Thank you so much for the likes. Thank you for the shares. Kailash, see if you can get our channel to work, and if so, we'll do it that way. Kitty, I hope to see you back again. There was a man showing up in your reading. If it wasn't a divine masculine, it was a husband or a father figure, but he was being real mean to you. And this new man wants to show you what real love is all about. And I want you to let him, okay, baby? I want to find me a real man like that. Yes, I do. Kailash. I'm ready. I'm ready. Okay. Arushi is moderating. Okay. Dippin, Arushi, Manu, Manya, and Sunshine is the list. Thank you, Kailash, for all your help if you can still hear me. Go and have fun with your friends, baby. All right. So, Dippin, are you here? Arushi, maybe we can get you hooked up with me on WhatsApp. So when Kailash has to step out, you can, if you have to, moderate through WhatsApp. Hello, darling. What's coming next for you? Thank you. Okay. What's coming next for Arushi? Let's see. Let's look at the tarot and just see how Spirit's working. Spirit, how are you working in Arushi's life in general? Whoa. You know, right now we're having a Capricorn moon. Alright, you got a bonus card, and then there's the Magician in reverse. You have the World in reverse, Death in reverse, and the Magician in reverse. Arushi, I get the feeling that you might be in your head a little bit, so I'm going to turn these around. Something is ending and it's transforming a situation, and you are about to manifest your way out of this. Alright, let's see what it is. What is ending for Arushi? Stability and codependency. So you've been getting your stability from codependency. You're going to put an end to that somehow. Can we see how that's ending? The Chariot, and no more stability. No more holding on. No more controlling. Somebody might be trying to control how you get around, what you do, what you get over, what you don't. Your stability is here, and you're trying to come up with ideas of how you can get your stability. Alright, show me Arushi's ending, Spirit. It has to do with ruthlessly winning. Clarify ruthlessly winning for the end. You're going to stop fighting with somebody. It might be your mother. There's an Ace of Cups in reverse, a Seven of Cups upright, and the Empress upright. So you could be fighting with yourself about a new love that you feel like is a very big temptation. Or it could be your mother. You could be fighting with your mother about something that's just a temptation to get you off track. What's going to be the outcome of the argument? You're going to be determined to win. Someone here is going to be determined to win. Outcome for Arushi. Arushi, you're not going to be able to get your independence, but you are going to recover your stability. Alright. Why is Death here? Because you're going to have a tower. It just hasn't happened yet. Can you show me what that might be? You're going to realize you've had a loss. Clarify the haunting loss. It's you feeling like what you put into things and what you've been tempered, what you've been patient to put in is not what you're getting out. So what do you see is changing? You're going to set more appropriate priorities. Outcome of setting these priorities. You're going to have a wheel. You're going to recognize an opportunity. There's a wheel coming slowly. that's going to help you recognize an opportunity. The Ace of Wands is in reverse. Why is it in reverse? Because of judgment. That controlling. You have to let go of all this heavy stuff you've been carrying and these thoughts you've been having. Clarify the Page of Swords. Yeah, you're going to end this. The end is clarified by the end. What's transforming is you figuring out a way to end this. And why is the Magician here? Because you're unhappy. Clarify the unhappiness. They could have stayed in reverse, honestly. You're going to soul search about how to be happy. And what might you realize? You're going to realize that you've been drained and defeated. Fill in the blank. Somebody's been manipulating and causing you to not have a choice. Whoop. Flipped over by accident. You have... Somebody's been taking way too much from you. And you give all. It's like you give it all. So what's going to be the outcome? The King of Swords in reverse. An asshole. Why is he here? Because that's what's changing. Death. This man, this King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This can also be a Taurus. They are what's changing. Can you show me how they're changing? Oh, wait. Another card's turned over. Oh, somebody's going to walk away. This person that you're dealing with, he's not only an asshole, he's pushy. He's very demanding. He's going to walk away, or you are, because you're tired of all the unexpected setbacks and feeling like this is causing you weakness. You're also, you're soul searching about how you can get over this. You feel like this person doesn't use their intuition. That's what's causing the Tower. And there's your happiness. Outcome of happiness. Where somebody has not been showing you love, you're going to have friends. You might not have the legacy you had hoped for, but you're going to have good friends. Somehow there's a devil. Why is the devil here? Because you're afraid of the truth. And what is the truth? That you've been procrastinating getting your stability back. You're afraid that you're going to procrastinate your stability, and there's the Emperor right there, Arushi. This could be your mom and dad, or it could be you and a person. It looks like you're having some struggles here, to be honest with you. So what I want to do is I want to get you some guidance to see what Spirit will say about your guidance. May I have guidance, please, for Arushi when it comes to this situation? What is... Oh, I'm dropping cards. I'll put them back. There was two of them. It was Eyes of Beauty and Lady of Lightning. What's the guidance for Arushi, Spirit? The Keeper of the Scales and Rainbow Prince with the Ice Queen on the bottom of the deck. Alright, let's see what Spirit's saying. Number 38, 26, and 28. I turned to 26, so I'm going to read it first. When the Rainbow Prince appears as your ally, he reminds you about the law of compensation and the law of receiving after the rainstorm you've endured in your journey. The Rainbow Prince brings you a pot of gold, which is the result of your using all the elements of your inner light and reaching into the sky until you touch the material realm from one end to the other. This isn't always an easy process, and the hard work must be rewarded by compensation. When you align yourself with the energy of giving the highest value, your compensation is inherent in the act of itself. But the message here is more than that. The Rainbow Prince says to keep your sights on the sky after the rainstorm that may have upset your life. Follow your bliss to the pot of gold waiting for you. Perseverance always pays off, and your reward will be greater than you can imagine. All that stuff you went through is because you have reached towards heaven and touched that part of heaven that rewards you over and over again for your faithfulness. And I see that the magician, it was almost like something was trying to stop you, and you said, no, nothing's going to stop me from reaching my blessings. And you reached them. And then number 38 is the keeper of the... You got the reverse, which means the protective message or the challenge. Be mindful of codependency. Remember codependency? And enmeshment when the Metal King comes as your challenger. He's inviting you to address how overwhelmed you may be around other people. Do not pick up their feelings like a sponge. Do you feel like you need to heal them so that you feel better? Get grounded. Be clear about your own personal boundaries. And restrain yourself when you feel like jumping in and helping without being asked. This is also a warning against forming unhealthy relationships to any area of your life, okay? And then the Ice Queen, number 28. Okay. Is your challenger also. When the Ice Queen comes to challenge you, she asks you to look at the illusions of ownership. Do you believe you truly own anything in this world? For example, do you really own land? Do we own ideas? Or is it that we simply laid claim to something we believe we're entitled to? Even inspiration is borrowed from spirit. Remember the Ace of Wands in reverse? And shared by all in the field of divine consciousness that permeates everything. Others have thought of even your most ingenious ideas somewhere else in time. And so what? Life incarnate is short. When you transition, you take nothing with you from the material world. The Ice Queen calls upon you to release your hold on your relationships, your belongings, and your home, and all of the aspects of your life. Let life flow as it will. Everything is impermanent. Once you recognize that, everything is seen as a living miracle that it really is. And you won't be frozen into self-induced limitations. It's time to let go of ownership in general and be grateful for and enjoy what you have been gifted with. And then number 38, was that the one I read? read this one? Be mindful. Yeah, I read them all. Yeah. And they made sense with the reading. I hope the reading made sense with you and that you got something out of it. Because it looked like you were really going through something with somebody. Alright. You're welcome, sweetheart. Hello, Kailash. Manu, what's up, baby? Just to let you know, I'm like $20 away from getting paid by YouTube. So it's actually less than 20, but they take a percentage. So if anybody has it in their heart to donate, that would be wonderful, because I'll get paid on the 23rd. And I could certainly use it. And thank you so much to that sweet person who did give. That was so amazing. Shyness, baby, I think you might be on the list. I'm waiting for Manu right now. I'm good, Manu. How are you, sweetheart? What's coming towards you in career? All right, let's see what's going on with your career, Manu. Let's see. I think the cards are over here. Yes, they are. All right, what's coming towards Manu in career life, Spirit? May I see, please? What does Manu need to know about his career life? What does Manu need to know? Ooh, cards are flying out. What does Manu need to know about career life in the recent past? Wisdom and unlocking. Recent past for Manu in career life. What does Manu need to know in the recent past in career life? Recent past for career life. Okay. Alright. Present. Ooh, baby. You're getting a lot of cards. That's okay. Alright. And future. Your deal. Oh, I love this for you. I love this. Okay. And journey. Okay. In the recent past, you'll make good progress now, and you will be able to overcome any obstacle in your path. Big leaps forward are possible. You may need to leave your current position and look for something better. Ending a job doesn't mean burning bridges. Go with grace. So maybe wait until you find your new job to let go of your old one, but you're about to, looks like, change jobs. You're reflecting right now, currently. Take time to revisit the past and figure out what you want to do. Knowing what you don't like will show you what you truly love. So think about what you hated about your last job, okay? And think about what you would love to do with your life. You make exciting work moves that could take you outdoors or on a trip. You will need to climb steadily to reach your financial goals. But that came out in reverse. So you're not looking at something that could take you outside on an adventure. And then you have perspective. If you change the way you look at things, you could see everything in a brand new light. That will help you to get where you want to be. So you need to change the way you're looking at everything and see things in a brand new light. And part of that is realizing that there's some sort of adventure that could take you outside. And you're going to realize this by reflecting on jobs you've done in the past. Maybe not you, but reflect on what other people have done, and you were like, man, I wish I had their job. You can have their job. You just have to change your thinking. And then the way Spirit's working in the near future with you is you're on the verge of finding the perfect work for you. Don't give up. You you may need to grow your own business or for you to be truly happy. And then you have relationships coming out in reverse. Business partners, business partners, office love affairs, and communication with coworkers are highlighted right now. Make choices with extreme care. So you have a great match, but be careful not to go back to the wrong relationships in your work life, okay? Alright, now, if Manu were to reflect on the right adventures and perspective, what might be the outcome for Manu if Manu reflects on the correct adventures and perspective? Caution Manu when it comes to a counselor. Alright, why do you say that? Because you're a phoenix rising. Be persistent. Alright, why is great match here? Will Manu find his great match if he's careful about relationships? You need to manage your money. And you need to start your own business. Outcome of starting his own business. You're going to activate new gifts and have good luck. Cannot make it up. You're meant to have your own business, Manu. What the hell? Sorry. And don't be a workaholic. Why am I calling you Kailash and Manu at the same time? God help me. Y'all must be close somehow. I'm even calling my bird Kailash. Oh, and you're supposed to be going on a journey. You may move to a new place for work or travel for work. Exploring the world gives you the experience you need to succeed, but you're not doing that. What happens if he starts to go on these journeys? Oh, that flew out. Student came out in reverse, charity came out in reverse, and design came out upright. So there's something you're going to design. Outcome of designing. It has to do with justice, conflicts, and sharing. And science, something scientific. Outcome of sharing conflicts when it comes to justice. There's something you can't see, but you will have an inspiration about this. So keep your mind open. Right now you're not having the growth that you want to have, but it's coming. It's coming. Just listen to Spirit. Pay attention to what Spirit is saying, and it is coming. Outcome, Spirit, for Manu if he does what's asked of him. Oh my God, Manu, look! Wealth came out for you. Wealth. Wow, 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 wow. Wealth. You're not flexible. Be flexible. Listen to what Spirit said. If you have to, go back and watch it a couple of times, okay? Woo! You got it going on, baby. You got it going on. Awesome. Yay. Come back and tell me when you start seeing some results of that, okay? Or if you start needing more guidance, we can get it for you, okay, baby? Okay. All right, who's next? Sunshine? Is Sunshine still here? And then Shyness. Thank you for the love. Okay, Shyness, post your question. Hey, Manya. Hey, Kurt. Did Shyness get mad and leave? There you are. What's your question, baby? Okay. Shyness, Kurt, and then Manya. What's happening in my love life over the next few months? Okay, what's happening in Shyness's love life over the next few months, Spirit? May I see, please? What's happening over the next few months? Can you show me what's going to be happening in June? What's going on in Shyness's love life in June, Spirit? Show me what's going on in June. June is a healing month for you, Shyness. And you're going to do this secretly, maybe. The moon came out. There's a Cancer here. You're accepting to grow self-care and make healthy choices. You're healing. And you're uncertain. You're healing from uncertainty, illusions, and complicated relationships. Alright, what about July? In July, there's going to be a King of Pentacles that you're going to break up with. You're going to grieve a breakup and a loss of a sad King of Pentacles. Somebody who is usually loyal, secure, and takes love serious. Or maybe he is going to grieve a breakup. Clarify the breakup. Who's the breakup with? Oh, somebody's getting rejected. Somebody has no choice but to break up because they're getting rejected. Now, unless you're rejecting him, he's getting rejected. What does that mean for Shyness? Okay. Somebody is not going to be focused on money, and they're not going to be internally conflicted about focusing on money. This is over. But somebody is going to manipulate making future plans. Outcome of manipulating the future plans. They're going to get humiliated and have to defend themselves. Why are they manipulating plans? Because they're being deceptive, the Seven of Swords. What should Shyness do here? Shyness, you need to move away from this as fast as you can to prevent a nightmare. So in July, you're going to meet a King of Pentacles who's breaking up with somebody because of them being money hungry. Either he or the other person. Sometimes they can be very money hungry people. They can always think about work, 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 work. I'm hearing that song by Rihanna, I think. Work, work, work. This is going to be humiliating for somebody. Spirit saying, get away from this because this person is manipulating plans. Maybe to be with you because they got rejected by someone else. Alright, what about August? In August, it's not going to be time. You're like, I haven't learned my lessons. What do you need to do in August? In August, you're going to be like thinking about all the heavy shit you've been through. And there's going to be no change when it comes to moving forward in love. You're not going to be ready in August. What about September? In September, you're going to be afraid of love. Alright. October. In October, you're going to have someone on your mind, or someone's going to be showing you love. But you're going to be like, no, I forbid this. This is not my wish fulfillment. Why is it not your wish fulfillment? Because it's somebody from your past, and you're like, I already got over this. Maybe somebody at work. I'm over this, and I'm excited about something new. What's the excitement you're showing excitement in? Ooh, you're frozen. Why are you frozen? Because you're happy now, and you know this is a karmic partner. So there's a karmic partner that's trying to manifest you. And you're like, hell no, I'm not going through that again. They're going to try to ask you out on a date. I don't see anything right now for you in your love life. It looks like you got a lot of jokers. Jokers to the left of me, clowns to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle again. Be careful, okay? Because you got a lot of bullshitters trying to come your way. Alright, let's find out what your guidance would be. Because we definitely need guidance with what is, first of all, I want to know what exactly is the problem here. Rejection. Alright, what else? You're unavailable, somebody makes excuses, and you're not too needy. Somebody's unavailable, makes excuses, and they're being needy in reverse, so which means they act like they don't give a shit. There's rejection. What else? Somebody plays the victim. Somebody had an addiction, and they body shamed you. Somebody's a soulmate in reverse. I think that's this one. Anybody good coming down the road? Somebody who's too passive. And they have fear of loss. What will change that? You're going to stay stuck in the past. And somebody's going to have age issues. Everybody leaves. So right now, it looks like you have a lot to work on. I'm not going to kid you. But it looks like you're going to do some shadow work. Or I hope you're going to do some shadow work. What shadow work needs to be done here in order for a new love to come forward? Just please don't take this the wrong way. It's only to help you. Shadow work for shining spirit. You're an escapist, and you walk away. What else? You feel repelled by these people. I don't blame you, though. Anything else? You need to grow. It's time to grow some. And stop medicating or taking people on who medicate. And don't be disillusionist. Anything else that needs to be healed? You're being secretive and robotic. You might be dealing with other people who are. It's time to start really focusing on healing those parts of yourself so you can grow. Because you attract what you are, baby. You attract what you are, okay? Alright, what's the healing that's needed here? Woo! Healing for shyness. There we go. The River Queen and the Sun Dancers, they kind of came out sideways, but I'm going to give it to you upright. The River Queen is number 36. You got to go with the flow. Number 36. Number 36. The River Queen flows into your life as an ally to remind you about the concept of allowing and the law of non-attachment. Remember that all rivers come from the mountains and run to the sea to be absorbed by the larger body of water. Then there the liquid evaporates into clouds that rain on the mountains to continue an endless cycle of fluidity. The River Queen requires you to be fluid and to let go of rigidity and perfectionism. You will travel far as long as you let go and let flow. Even maneuvering around the greatest blockages like water streams around big boulders. No obstacle can hold you back now if you're willing to surrender to the natural flow of events. Be easy on yourself and others and watch how smoothly you move. Watch how smoothly you move forward. You may be surprised when the river takes you. So the river's trying to take you somewhere else. It might be trying to dictate where it takes you, and it's not going to take you where you want to go. It's going to take you where it wants you to go. You can't fight the river. Number 32, as your ally, the sun dancers. As your ally, the sun dancers celebrate you now and remind you that the laws of success and praise, anything you place your attention on, will manifest and experience. So the laws are always perfect. Expect the best and praise it in advance. This unleashes the magic of mystical magnetic energy, drawing circumstances to you to create the reality you envision. Give thanks in advance for the grace and goodwill of the divine. Be willing to dance the victory dance as if your greatest dreams are realized, and watch how easily things begin to fall into place. Stay positive and leave the timing up to the divine. All things are possible now. Dance in joy of being. Celebrate your life and abundance daily. Today, rather. So you're being told to act as if. You're needing to use the law of attraction to draw to you those things that you desire. Not the old things that you think you desire, because you've outgrown them. The universe is saying you've outgrown a lot of the things that you thought you desired. And then number 24, the map maker of destiny. Time for you to move on, to do the shadow work, to get ready. It's time to walk away, to get away. You're no longer fit for those things that you thought you wanted. You have to become a mirror for change, a mirror for other people to look in and say, oh, I recognize myself. because I'm gorgeous, I'm beautiful, I'm this, I'm that, I'm the other, that kind of thing. Alright. When the map maker of destiny appears, it's a sign. Hold on. It's a sign that you're being given an opportunity to transform fate into destiny. My truth, I'm sorry. At birth, each human being is given a unique map with myriad paths that intersect with one another. Your map of destiny shows all the places where you're meant to visit. Places where you will be challenged to evolve rather, into the highest aspects of the self. Just like I was just saying, you're being called to a higher purpose, a higher person. You're being called to transform. Remember that you are a spark of the divine come to earth to experience itself in human form. As much as your path is unique, it's also somewhat preordained, and fate represents the events in your life that were meant to happen and that you can't change. Fate is a transformation from destiny according to how you respond to your circumstances. Destiny offers you the ability to make great opportunities out of fated experiences. So free will and chance are possible at certain points on your map. Now is one of those times. You're faced with a relationship or circumstance brought to you by fate. How you respond will lead you into your perfect destiny. Your ally may assume the form of a soulmate come to heal your heart and be your companion. Perhaps your challenger makes you face the things within you that must be changed in order for you to express your highest good. Maybe for bringing you an ally in the form of a wonderful new project, or as a challenger in the form of a failed business. No matter what form they take, all are perfect expressions of fate inviting you into your destiny. Pay attention as your map unfolds now, and remember that fate makes the map, but destiny is determined by the manner in which you engage your journey. So all the things that we saw at the beginning of the reading were you trying to do things the old way, and Spirit saying, no, it's time for you to step into your destiny And how you handle your fate and destiny when they collide is going to determine the outcome. And we saw that you have a few things you need to work on that will help you. All right, angels, how are you helping to make this accomplishment possible? Unity, that's a relationship of some sort. You're gonna be shown grace, and you're gonna have thoughts. Remember the hermit, your thoughts. So you're gonna think about how you can show grace or be shown grace in a union. All right, what else? There's gonna be forgiveness, prayer, peace, and faith. This is beautiful. And also courage. So whoever this person is, unless it's you, is going to need a lot of blessings as they go through this. It could be everyone in your whole family. You know, it doesn't have to be a lover. It could be everyone in your family. My Cash App is in the description box, Shyness. Thank you, baby. Can you find the description box? I think it's Dreaming Dragonfly 00. Cash sign Dreaming Dragonfly 00. And then the confirmation name is Misunderstood. MISS capital UNSTOOD. And thank you so very much. I appreciate you. Manya, is it your turn, baby? Okay. May you know how people view your... Yeah, that's right. Kailash is showing you the Cash App. Alright, thank you so much, Shyness. I appreciate you. God bless you, and I love you. Come back soon, okay? Alright, Manya, you want to know how people view your personality. Let's see. Let's look at it with this deck. Show me how Manya's friends... Actually, let's look at it with this deck. How do Manya's friends view her personality? Nasty, please. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. How do they view her personality? Nasty, please. How does Manya's friends view her personality? Love the one you're with. So they feel like you love them. They feel like you love them all. Alright, anything else? They feel like you say F your work, F your job. Like maybe you get sick of doing work. Maybe you get sick of doing schoolwork and you tell them that. You're like, I'm so sick of this work. Screw this work. Alright, one more time. Ooh. They feel like you have to keep a lot of things clean and that you care too much. Huh, interesting. And they wish you would just say 5 little words. What do they want you to say? They want you to keep something to yourself and go all in or get out. Let me check my phone right quick. Oh, thank you so much, Shyness. God bless you, baby. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. I love you guys. Alright, how do they feel about Manya's spirit? May I see, please, how Manya's friends feel about her? Besides what we've already seen. Ooh, they feel like divine masculine. is no longer or has never been or is not at a distance. They feel like he's close to you, but that he's never apologized or something. Why do they feel like he's not apologizing? Because of lust and not letting go of somebody from his past. What's he planning to do? Uh-oh, card turned over. Don't let it all hang out. So what they want you to say is they want you to say, Divine Masculine, I know you want me, but you got somebody else and you need to stop keeping it secret. It needs to be only you and me. How does Divine Masculine feel about her? Like they have good intimacy, they're very close, and like he doesn't want to reject her. So what's the outcome for the weekend? Dishonesty because of no fantasy. Why is there dishonesty? Because no apology and no third parties. What are they going to do? There's going to be possibilities because of family. Outcome of possibilities because of family. Somebody's going to get abandoned but not cursed. And there will be no peace. Oh, I hate it when that happens. Show me how they feel about Manya when it comes to relationships. May I see, please? They feel like somebody is walking away. They feel like somebody's playing hard to get. And they feel like you're afraid of losing this person. Alright. How do you feel? Like everyone leaves. And will they leave? They're procrastinating. They feel like this is hard work, too much work, and that it's very demanding. But will they leave? They're not going to body shame. Alright, will they stay? Somebody's going to be criticizing, and they're not going to be afraid of being alone because of somebody making a decision. What decision? A past trauma. They're going to deal with past trauma. Can you tell me what that is? Self-neglect. They used to neglect themselves and have fear of touch. Why were they afraid of being touched? Because they felt like they had not been committed and they were trying to be perfect. And now they know that love is not the answer. Let's look at one more thing. Oh, and somebody's unsocial? When they look at Manya, what do they see when it comes to spiritual gifts? They see that you're going through a lot of changes, that you're like the butterfly. Butterflies might remind them of you. You might love butterflies. They see that you've had your heart broken, but that it's mending. What else? They see you've learned a lot of wisdom. They find you to be very wise. One more time. And they feel that you have a seedling, a new beginning starting. For some reason, I keep getting the feeling that you're pregnant or you're going to be. So, if you don't want to be, please be careful. And that you're going to get communication as well. Alright, now, let's see what your best friend would say. What would Manya's first best friend say? What would the first best friend say? Think about the best friend I'm talking about, Manya. What would they say? Take a long bath. You are more than this moment. Alright, what would your second best friend say? Think about the second best friend. Be your biggest fan. You're going to make it. And what would your third best friend say? What would your third best friend say here, Manya? Do it tomorrow and get a plant. And be flexible. Do something different. They had two things to say. One more person. Spirit says there's one more person. What would they say? A dream job is still a job. Set big goals. That sounds like your mother. Or your father. Alright, may I have some guidance, please? How do the friends see Manya, Spirit? May I see, please? A lot of cards. One stayed in the box. Alright, and we'll read them all three. Okay, we got Warrior Goddess, Soul Sisters, and Tribe of the Kindred. Number 25, 38, and 10. Number 25. Warrior Goddess. You are not... I'm sorry. This is not the time to play it safe. Nor is it time to allow another to take the lead in your life. You need to believe in yourself and trust that your instincts guiding you are correct. If you need to take action, do it. Speak up, say yes, say no. Trust your inner guidance completely. Be bold. The universe will answer your boldest actions with affirmations, and you'll move through the consequences of your actions with grace and courage, ending up exactly where you're meant to be. You are ready. Life has been preparing you. Your experiences have made you stronger and wiser. You have spirit and you have courage. Believe in yourself. You are a warrior goddess, an empowered divine badass. Trust yourself. Your foundations are strong. Put your faith in the universe. It has been your life coach and guide all along, helping you build up your inner resources, encouraging you to realize the power that has always been within you, encouraging you to realize, the power that has always been within you. The universe believes in you. When you feel it's time to take a step, take it with boldness. When you ask for help from the universe, ask with boldness and total confidence that your prayers will be answered in the best way possible. You have the right to require that your personal space be respected. You have divine permission and encouragement to claim your rightful place in the world. You are meant to say no to behavior that is dishonest, manipulative, and bullying. The warrior goddess uses her sacred anger to set a boundary and speak her truth, not to attack another. She uses her inner fire to live with integrity, even if the right choice for her seems hard or frightening at the time. She knows that the universe has her back. So she is willing to be true to herself no matter what. She places integrity above all else. She knows that compromising self-respect to win a battle will end up losing her the war. And that's happened to me. Sacred ritual. No, what's happened to me is I didn't lose the war because I gave up the battle intentionally. If possible, lie face down on the floor with your forehead touching the earth. As you breathe out, you will now release any doubts or fears that into the earth. She will take them from you, transform them, and send them back to you as renewed energy, which you can absorb as you breathe in. And then Soul Sisters, number 38. Takes a very special person to accept these guidances. Not everyone can accept them. You are being emotionally and psychologically influenced by the people around you more than you may realize. Sometimes this is good and they uplift and inspire you and they're helpful. You feel loved and loving. However, sometimes you can sense that truly being yourself in a situation could result in unwanted conflict, and you undermine yourself to keep the peace. You'll find that the moment you stop doing this, some of the difficulties you've been having in moving forward will fall away as if by magic. The relationships worth holding on to can handle a little more truth, and ruffles get feathered before getting smoothed over once more with love. And that happened to me on Mother's Day with my family. I was looking at my daughter's phone, and we had just done that reading, and it said 222 was going to be significant. And when she came in and sat down beside me at the table, her phone said 222. And I just happened to, we were laughing and joking, and I was like, y'all are laughing at stuff that's not funny, and then you're not laughing at stuff that is. Like, what the hell's wrong with y'all? And I said, 222 is on your phone. And my mom said, is that funny? I said, no, it's not funny at all. It comes twice a day, every day, but not everybody recognizes it. Only special people recognize it. And I left it at that. I'm not backing down, because you know what I'm talking about. She knew what I was talking about. She was just trying to see if I was going to acknowledge what I was talking about. And you're damn right I'm going to acknowledge it. Alright, Tribe of the Kindred. Home is where the heart is. Give your heart permission to reveal to you the people, places, and activities that feel like home for you. You are in a place in transition in your life, casting off that which is not true to your heart for that which is really meant to belong in your world. Sometimes the mind resists, thinking that if you give up too much, you'll be left with nothing, and that it's better to hold on even if something isn't right. This prevents you from being able to find your way home. It's safe to trust your heart. My eyes. As it attracts into your world that which is truly meant for you. So you can trust your heart to attract what's meant for you. And I think people see you this way, and I think that just like me with my family, even though they might act a little bit silly at the beginning, when it comes right down to it, the next time they see 222, 333, 555, 444, 12, 12, 11, 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, or any other combination of numbers and repeating patterns of numbers, and they begin to see them, then they will know that I am not insane. Or if I am, so are they. Because now they are seeing them also. Because I brought it to their attention. Alright, who's next, my darlings? Who is next, my darlings? Okay. Christie. Okay. Thank you so much for all the likes, all the shares, all the subscribes, all the donations. You guys are absolutely amazing. Okay. Thank you, Kailash. Thank you. Alright, so Luke 11, like 11. You were like number 11. Thank you. You were the last one. Maybe. Is there any chance yours and Bert, B-H-I-R-T, Bert, your and Bert's connection will heal, and we will be in a talking terms again? Okay. Even if you don't initiate. Okay, I'm gonna call him Bert in case I'm pronouncing it wrong. I apologize. Spirit, how are you working in Christie and Bert's relationship? May I see, please? There we go. Alright, somebody's having you do what they're told. They may not share the same faith as you, and they may be being told that they have to follow their own faith. But they do have gratitude, or someone does. They're being gentle, and they're also being responsible. Okay. Now, show me how Bert feels about Christie. May I see, please? How does Bert feel about Christie? May I see, please? Time for peace, but both came out in reverse. How does Bert feel about Christie? Stressed and like it's not time. Whoa. Crazy. Oh my God, I can't keep doing them this way. It's not working out. It's like they're flying out of my hands. I give up. I'm going to have to do it the other way. Okay. Bert and Christie, Spirit. How does Bert feel about Christie? Like it's time for stress. How does Bert feel about Christie? Twin flames and stress. And he feels like he's your twin flame and he's stressed. Show me how Bert feels about Christie. Like there's stress from chasing. Show me how Bert feels about Christie. May I see, please? Truth only. Christie, honey. Bert feels like you're divine feminine. Okay. Alright. Will there be communication even if she doesn't initiate it? Twin flames came out, baby. Can you clarify that as communication even if she doesn't initiate it? Will there be communication even if she doesn't initiate it? Somebody's going to see this from a bird's eye perspective. That's an eagle. The eagle is very specific about what it hones in on. Is there going to be communication though, even if she doesn't initiate it? There's a promise of seeing this from the bird's perspective. One more time. There's going to be a transformation and some wisdom here with mending of a broken heart. So far, I'm not seeing any communication. That doesn't mean there won't be any. Will there be communication? Alright. Yeah, you tell him, Kazi, Mama. You tell him, Kazi. Alright, I know you gotta go potty. Give me just a minute and I'll take you back outside. Okay. Let me ask this question right quick. If she does not initiate communication, will Bert initiate it? Unlikely. If she does initiate it, will there be communication? You're ready. Trust. Is that a yes? Romance and yes. So yes, you have to initiate it, but it doesn't look like you're going to. If she holds off, will he ever reach out? Even if it takes longer. Remain positive, improving health. Show me what that means. That means that there will be romance and you're ready. Is that a yes? Let go. Not the right time. You're ready. Will he ever reach out without her initiating? The situation will improve. No need to worry. So I think eventually yes, but I think that if you reach out first, that he'll initiate back. However, that is incredibly frustrating when that happens because I've been there and done that recently, and I'm at the point where I'm like, fuck you, if you want to talk to me, reach out to me. Alright, what's the shadow work that needs to be done here? Somebody's getting a warning. What's the warning? They have no faith. Remember, I told you that. And they need to stop manipulating. Alright, what about the other person? You're misguided, you're fixated, and you need to stop having lust. Oh, card in the wrong deck. Somebody's not my type, and you're a coward. Why are they not your type? Because they make me feel unlovable, and they're jealous, and they're just disillusioned and have doubt. Alright, what are the barriers to this twin flame connection? Because that's what we have here. Somebody getting hurt, and what else? Self-neglect, what else? Expectations and untrue stories. Anything else? Somebody feels like they're incomplete without this. They're burned out and they're retreating, and I don't blame you. And you're going to stop settling. It looks like you're finally going to move away from this because you're very tired of feeling like you're the only one that gives a damn. And I feel like you probably are too right now. I feel like this person is unawakened as they can be. I'm going to confirm that. Can you show me where this person is in the twin flame journey, the divine masculine? They're ascending in reverse. Where is she at in this relationship? You're not thinking about this. What's connecting the two of you? Not a whole lot. The answer is no. And you're not a victim. But there is going to be a fresh start. What's the fresh start? Somebody's going to finally recognize the connection and the separation. Okay. So there will be recognition of this eventually. Can you show me when this might happen? When will this recognition take place? May I see, please? It's not worth waiting for. Why do you say that? Because somebody will come rushing in. Oh, somebody might have come rushing in last summer. Why is it not worth waiting for? Because when you least expect it, what? It's gonna be next year. Oh, somebody's bound also. I think this person can't get ascend because of being bound. It's going to be more than a year. So this is going to take quite a while before it actually comes together. Okay. So I just want to make sure you're aware of that and that you don't spend a lot of your time on this when you could be spending your precious time doing something else. Okay? So, what should she spend her time on, Spirit? Probably your muse, your creativity. Don't be stuck here. What else? Don't talk to this person. What else? There's a soulmate they're not seeing signs, and this is an injustice. It's like they have someone else that's an injustice, a soulmate. And until they realize that that person is just in the way, they may even have you confused with them. I hate to say that, but that can be the case. I've seen it happen in my own life. Let me see if this is Kailash. No. Thank you guys so much for the donations. You have no idea how much they mean to me. When I left Miss Mary, I lost $1,000 a month in income, and that has really hit me hard, especially with some things that I'm having to deal with right now. So you guys have blessed me so much today. Alright, is there anyone else? You are last. You're so welcome. You gave an interview last week. Will you get a call from HR and further your career? Okay. Further career guidance. Alright, the interview Kailash gave last week. Will he be getting a call from HR to move forward? Yes, Kailash. Yes. Don't get more information. You're ready. You're ready. So yes, it looks like they are going to call you back. Alright, can we get some career guidance for Kailash moving forward? First, I use the other deck for you. Progress. Be flexible. You're going to have wealth. Even though there might be some ups and downs, be flexible, okay? Don't give up just because it gets hard. Alright, now I'm being told to use this deck right here. Alright, what does Kailash need to know about his career in the near future? Kailash, patience. Alright, why does he need patience? Because you're going to have a partnership, you're going to set goals, and you're going to be the artist. Alright? Outcome of this partnership. There's a counselor. Okay, this is what I got. Counselor, control, and success will find you. Why is that all in reverse? Because trust, the office, somebody's jealous and you got new money coming. Somebody's jealous because of your new money. So what should you do? Be a helper, an outcome of that. Don't be a rebel. And what should the office and counselor do? Don't be a student. What should they be? Take action when it comes to yes. Clarify, take action. Don't be unfulfilled. Don't give anybody a gift. Easy does it. Will they ever give a gift? You're going to be a sport. You won't be risking anything, though. What do you mean be a sport? The media, animals, and fear. Why is fear here? Because of somebody unethical, and they're not looking at the long-term outlook here. They need to stop being a rebel and be a transporter. Whew. I don't know what all this means, and I don't want to know, Kayla. That's too much. TMI, baby, TMI. Just stick with the original reading and stay out of all of that. Alright, Spirit. When it comes to this YouTube channel, what is our next month going to look like? No legacy, but odd job. Why no legacy? Because somebody's going to give you a gift so you'll have no more setbacks. Outcome of all of this. Somebody's a sport and they are deciding that your money should come to a halt. Why do they feel that way? Because of something illegal? They feel like you've had no loss when it comes to being a rescuer. Who the fuck are you? Somebody who's grounded, patient, and a helper. And they're not in their life purpose. What am I going to do with this clown? They're self-made or be self-made. What else? Don't be a crafter. Use your voice and don't motivate. What should I do then? You're a counselor. Be persistent when it comes to no luck. Why is there no luck? Because of somebody that's working. Why are they bringing no luck? Because you're not in leadership and the office is here. What's it going to take to be in leadership? Angelic help, silence, and something you haven't unlocked. But you're going to take a risk to unlock it. And it's going to be a surprise when it happens. Outcome of the risk. You don't know because I'm not showing you. But you will be sharing. So there's something I can't talk about. But Spirit's in charge. And it's going to make... When Spirit shows me what I can't talk about, what will be my outcome? Your home is here in beauty. Why is my home in reverse? Because of a loss, a crafter, and being self-made. Can you explain that to me better? This is the surprise when it comes to the wrong soul tribe. Why is the soul tribe not involved? Because of being at a crossroads. What needs to change? It's temporary. They're going to have options and no angelic help. And they're not going to work with you. Are you going to send the right people? Spirit says, not only am I sending the right people, I'm sending you a rebel. Okay. Alright, this is going to be the end of the reading. Stay if you'd like or don't. It doesn't matter to me. But this is the guidance for the original reading. One card, please, Spirit. One card, please, Spirit. There we go. That's what's up. After the storm. Faith in the process. I love these two cards. Number one, after the storm. There's a thunderstorm about. It's either headed your way or just passing through now. Don't make a thunderstorm mean more than what it is, though. You don't have to fear it. You might even feel excitement about it. After all, a thunderstorm is just nature's way of gathering energy together that needs to be released. When a release of tension, relief, and freedom soon follow, often with a fresh perspective and perhaps a gift of promising, hopeful vision for the future. Perhaps the particular storm building within you or around you is causing you to quake in your boots. It might be a storm of building emotions, threatening to erupt or already exploding seemingly beyond your conscious control. You might feel an uncomfortable sense of emotional or psychological pressure within, and if something doesn't happen and soon, you fear you might just burst. You might also sense that these are forces operating beyond your control, and you would be right. There is in life and in the creative process a need to allow for wild storms. There will be those precious moments of peace beforehand and the release and the reevaluation that follows. Yet the storm in the middle is essential. It is the natural part of the creative process. Without this building and releasing of energy, we would suffer from boredom and stagnancy. You may prefer the excitement of the storm or the fresh, open feeling that accompanies its clearing. You might find it comforting to be faced with power of something in which you can only participate rather than control. Either way, the storm wisdom offers you the gift of bringing things to a head and clearing them away so that the energy can be freed from the pattern that has had its day and is ready to become something new. Sometimes the pressures, the fuels, and the storms of our lives have been building up for a long time without us being fully aware of it. It might be pressure from our own minds creating unnecessary burdens upon us, such as burdens of fear, of self-doubt. It could be pressure to appear a certain way or to fight against life out of a mistaken belief that this is the necessary way of survival. Sometimes the pressure is a little more than the impossible dream of perfectionism and a need to gently or even with great dramatic flourish cast aside so that you can dare to be what you are and create from your heart. Even if you are not sure what the storm is about, don't lose confidence in your ability to successfully bear its progression until you are safely at the other side of the experience. Even amongst the chaos of change and the moments of anxiety, know that you have so much light and trust in your heart that you can see the storm is but a passing process and nothing that needs to be worried about. If you can't sense the storm yet, this oracle is a portent for you. The storm is coming, and you can, if you wish, feel the beautiful, exhilarating gift of it. As you are empowered to cast aside what has been and receive the gift of a fresh new take on things, you're confident it is to remain intact. Whatever is happening or soon will happen in your life, this storm or of sorts is transformational, supportive of your life growth, and is getting to clear away cobwebs and free you, open you to new creative energy in life. Remember, there can be no rainbow without a little rain. This oracle is also confirmation that if you have been praying for help, your prayers have been heard, and the great creative intelligence of our universe is responding to you, stepping in and shaking things up so the situation can be sorted out according to a greater wisdom. So let go, hold only to your inner self, and allow everything else to be cleansed in the sacred storm. Healing process. Find a place where you can be alone and have some privacy, either inside or perhaps out in nature. When you're ready, repeat the following, where possible, with your arms up and open to the sky. Storms so wild, storms of grace, I call your blessings onto my heart now. May I release and let go. May I be revitalized and grow. I open up my heart to you now. Storms of grace, I stand my ground as I allow your magic to cleanse and surround. Any outgrown energy which I no longer need, anything which will sap or deplete rather than feed. Storms of grace, merciful earth, with your help I accept rebirth. When you have completed your declaration, simply place your hands in prayer at your heart. Close your eyes for a moment. Breathe in and out and be aware of yourself. What you feel, what is happening in your body, from the top of your feet to the soles of your feet. And then say, through divine creative genius, this is now so. You have completed your healing process. And every time I get quiet, I hear music. Does anybody else hear music? Next time I'll read you Faith in the Process. You're having to be like a little child in your little red wagon and have faith in the process. Whatever this storm is going to come and sweep away is going to leave you with nothing but your faith in the process. Alright, you guys, I'm going to call it a day. For the original reading, who were you talking to, Spirit, when it comes to the sacred record? L, the moon, Cancer, RMKFR, number 1. A lot of double letters. And I also have a number 7. V, Capricorn, LRMIPJO, Venus. XOIG10DFJ, Mercury, Aries, X. Leo, FJ, North Node, 5WMOLH. One more time on here. D, Virgo, TGKE, the moon, WV, number 3. Number 9, J, PCOC, Capricorn, TU, Jupiter, number 6. Alright, or it might have been a 9. I could have been wrong. It could have been a 9. Alright, I got one more thing for you, and then we're going to close for sure. Because I won't be back until next weekend. I have a training all next week. Thank you, please, Holy Spirit, for whoever you've been talking to. Alright, I have a windmill. I have an infinity sign that says love. I have a paper clip. I have an engagement ring. Someone could be getting engaged to get married. I have me versus me. An angel wing. A bat and a ball. A coin that has a piece missing, like a quarter with a piece missing. A fancy mandala or a ball. A skull and crossbones. My unicorn! I have a gasket. Look, I have my pirate with the bandana. How cool. I have a shell. I have a B. There could be something legal. I have a Q. Someone's name could begin with the letter Q, or somehow Q is significant. I have a key, a skeleton key. I have an angel. I have a butterfly, a flower, and a music note. Beautiful. Beautiful. I have a skeleton key already on the table. It fell out before I could even finish. I have an Eiffel Tower. There's a tower. I have a key, a skeleton key. I have... Once your mind has been stretched by a new idea, it'll never regain its original dimensions. And that's so true. A piece of sea glass. You might be going to the ocean. A ball. A starfish. An arrow for Sagittarius. 1, 2, that makes 3 balls. A shell. A cherry. A horse. You could be from Kentucky. I have a crescent moon with a fairy, 2 hearts connected, the word wish, and I have a gear, which I call a metalhead. I don't know why. Because I'm weird that way. Alright, you guys, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your weekend, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. Did everybody get their questions answered? I don't want to skip anyone. Kailash, was there anyone who came up at the last minute? Are we good? Okay. Alright, you do the same. Hey, Nishi, I love you, sweetheart. Thank you for being here. Alright, thank you guys for the donations. You rock. You've helped me so much. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. I love you anyway. But those donations, I promise you, will be used for this channel. Mwah! Thank you for your help. God bless. And for those of you who subscribed, shared, and liked the video, that's just as much to me as any amount of money. I appreciate everything you do for me. Take care. Bye-bye. I love you guys. Thank you, Kailash. Thank you all for your help. All right, baby. We'll go.